Here we go. We have my referral code. That is Uniform Echo Mike Tango Quebec Romeo Kilo 5. I don't know if that's a 1 or an I. I think it's a 1, and then Z is in Zulu. So, it could be an I as in India. I don't know. Anyway, I'll leave my referral code down below. This is The Real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you with an Earth 2 update video on what I have been doing, what I have been seeing. The biggest news out of today, December 16th, 2020, is that there are no longer any Class 2 tiles in America. United States of America, anyway. North America, yeah, there's a bunch in like Canada and probably, whatever. But America was the first place to run out of Class 1 tiles. Australia and the UK followed, and it is the first place to run out of Class 2 tiles. So anyone that buys tiles in America now have to buy Class 3 tiles, and there's plenty of Class 1 tiles that are 11, 12, 13 cents in other parts of the world. Why I think there's so many people putting an emphasis on Class is just because of the name. Oh, Class 1, so much better than Class 2, which is so much better than Class 3. And to their credit, yes, right now, you get more tax revenue from Class 1 tiles, and you get it more often than you do Class 2, then you do Class 2 to Class 3, and Class 4 doesn't get any. Now, in the future, this might mean that if you have places in New York, Manhattan, Long Island, or anywhere in like Central Park, something like that, you're going to get a lot of foot traffic. And if you have a Class 1 property or Class 1 tiles, you'll get a larger portion of the tax revenue than you would have in Class 2 or 3. But that doesn't mean that you can't build whatever. You can have Class 4 tiles. You can still build whatever you want. You can build the same thing on a Class 1 tile as you can on a Class 4, as a 2 or a 3. You can eventually, should be able to build a roller coaster, a gun range, a shopping mall, a circus. You could do really whatever you want. I don't know how big of an effect in the future that will be as far as revenue, because again, you could have a couple of Class 1s in Brazil. Like I plan to have boat parties there, boat parties and girls and food and more food and just have an awesome time. But if my Class 1 tiles, if I'm the only attraction there and there's not a lot of revenue coming in, well, what is 100% of $5? It's $5. But what is, if you have a Class 3 tile, 0.1% of $10 million? That's a lot more than $5. Even at that small of a thing, you have to share it. You might get a smaller piece of the pie, but it's a much better tasting pie, much more expensive pie. So that's just what I'm kind of getting at. I feel like right now, short term, yeah, you're not able to get as much tax revenue. But the tax revenue right now is literally a penny, like depending on how many tiles you have. Some are 2 pennies, some are 3 pennies. Again, the code down below, if you want to buy, if you're new to this game, use that referral code. And not only do you get 5% back of what you spend, so if you spend $100, you get $5 back if you use that referral code, but I get $5 too. And my friend Paul, when it goes over the Tesla stock, is like, "Oh, it sounds like a Ponzi scheme. You use my code, you get some other people to use their code." I was like, "No, Paul, it doesn't work like that. You can go to the game not knowing anyone else, not using anyone's code, and you can just buy land. You don't have, although I think that's stupid to not use any code, because yes, if you use someone else's code, they get 5%, but if you use that code, you also get 5% back. Where if you don't use any code, yes, nobody else is making anything on the purchases that you purchase, but you're not making anything back either. So this is like a win-win. Like I don't know. Some people just really like negative and cynical like that, but I try not to be. At least in this game, I have to tell you guys, this is just the idea of this. Again, they're not really that far into it. You can't claim resources that are on your land. Resources haven't started spawning yet, but the idea of what this could potentially do is really exciting, and I haven't felt this excited in a very long time. I haven't felt this excited since I can't remember when. just because it's the idea. It's the idea of gaming. And what and I've told so many people about this, and they'll be like, yeah, not really interested. And, one or two people like, that actually sounds like a really cool idea. And the gamers will get into this because it's a game. You get to build something of your own. And let's say if you're not really creative, you don't want to do anything on your own, but you want to go experience what other people created. That is so cool. Mario Maker for Nintendo Wii. No, the Wii U. No, Nintendo Switch. Mario Maker. For that, those games are incredible because you get to see it's not just one, 8 worlds, 4 worlds, 8 levels, 4 worlds in each level. You're not just getting 32 levels, with a bunch of a couple of Easter eggs in it and stuff. You're getting to seeing tens of thousands of other people's creations. Some are damn near impossible, but they have to be possible or else they wouldn't have made it into Mario Maker. So if you're not a good, making a Mario world, I am not good at that. I'm not. But I have ideas for this one that I might be. But it's okay if you're not good at that and you think you won't be good at creating something of your own. You could go experience other people's things. And I'm so hella curious. If anyone's ever seen people play Minecraft, like the kid I live with has just a huge giant world. PewDiePie has IKEA land. It's the things that people create are astounding. And that's just with square bit things. Imagine what this could do. This is art. That's art, Mr. White. Press F in the chat for Walter White. Spoilers if you haven't seen that. It came out like 8 years ago. Anyway, guys, I love you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Patreon's down below, but mostly that referral code. I will let you guys know what I plan to buy in the future. Right now, I just have things in Brazil, Massapequa, Long Island, where you have that famous burger spot, which I'm going to make. I have a couple places in India and, whatever. But I should buy in Peru because I'm from Peru. But anyway, I love you guys. I love you all. All right, bye. Meow, meow.